What's going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 367 of the Keep Moving Forward podcast with me, your host, Anthony DiDomenico, coming to you each week. You can find the podcast at anchor.fm/KMF podcast, also available on Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts. You can find us there. I have some bonus episodes over at Patreon. Patreon.com/KMF podcast. This episode is brought to you by Buddha Bar's Ice Cream. We're talking ice cream. The weather's getting hot. Here we go. From the creators of Skinny Cow Ice Cream, Zen Food Brands brings to you Buddha Bars. Buddha Bars is 100 calories, 2 grams of fat, and made with real ice cream. You say that again, real ice cream. Many of the low-cal brands use cheap ingredients. Can't even be called ice cream. They got to call it something different. Buddha Bars are real ice cream in a better-for-you category. Go follow Buddha Bars on Instagram at Buddha Bars_ice cream. Search them out in your favorite stores and demand to the store managers. That's right. Normally we say don't go and bother the store managers. No, we want you to bother the store managers. We want you to go up to them, cause a ruckus, and demand Buddha Bars. What is a ruckus? I don't know. But one thing we know is Buddha Bars are real ice cream, 100 calories, 2 grams of fat. Buddha highly recommends these bars, so go check them out, Buddha Bars. And for updates where you can find these delicious, amazing treats, go to zenfoodbrands.com. I've had these bars. They're absolutely amazing. Put them in your mouth. It's going to be the hottest treat of the summer. Hottest cold treat of the summer. There we go. Buddha Bars. Go check them out. My buddy John Ziegler, his comedy special is available on YouTube for free. Go check it out at John Ziegler Comedy. His special is called John Ziegler Getting My Affairs in Order, and give him a follow on Instagram at John Ziegler Comedy. We're coming to you. Well, you know what? If you're listening on your podcast listening device, it doesn't matter what day we do this. If you're watching on YouTube, which we are now on YouTube, I say we like there's a whole group here. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. I'm on YouTube. You can find me at youtube.com/@comicanthonyd. We're putting the podcast up there. I got some other videos, some shorts and everything, so go check it out. Subscribe, like, comment, do all the fun stuff. I got one comment. It was somebody who did not like the intro and outro music, but I love it. It's by DemonScar, my best friend Nick's band, and they're going to continue to do the intro and outro. I dig it. Gets me all fired up to do this show, so they're here to stay. Love it or leave it. But yeah, I'm recording tonight on Sunday because tomorrow there is a Knicks playoff game. So I'll be watching that. They're going to get their butts kicked by the Celtics. But listen, it's the playoffs. Anything can happen, right? That's what we're hoping for. A little miracle, little something, little Jalen Brunson magic, Mr. Clutch, Captain Clutch. Oh, that shot against Detroit. 4 seconds left. 3-pointer. Put the Knicks up. Moved them into the second round. So we'll see if he has any magic left for tomorrow night and the rest of the series. So we're coming at you on a Sunday. And yeah, why not? It's May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. If anybody knows me, you know how much I love Star Wars. I'm actually sitting here. If you're watching, I have my Jedi uncle shirt on because that's what I am. I am a Jedi and an uncle. And the shirt says, like a normal uncle, only master of everything, the best uncle in the galaxy. Also see, handsome and exceptional. Well, that's me. But yeah, Star Wars Day. I always get a kick out of it. I watched the Yankee game today. They had a Star Wars Day at the stadium. They did not win, but they gave away a Giancarlo Stanton bobblehead doll, which was hilarious because they interviewed him about Star Wars, and it's clearly he's never seen a Star Wars movie. They just put it, they made a bobblehead of him. and they're asking him like questions, and he's like, oh yeah, I like that Darth Maul guy, whatever movie he was in. Come on, Darth Vader's the best character of all time. Let's be honest. I was thinking today of like my favorite Star Wars scenes, and I'm a traditional Star Wars guy. The first trilogy are my favorite movies, but one of the scenes I absolutely love is in Obi-Wan when they have the fight scene and Obi-Wan gets Vader in the mask and half his mask is like broken off and Anakin's, or Darth Vader's like coming to and comes up and Obi-Wan sees what he's become and kind of feels like he had a hand in that and he apologizes to Anakin and Anakin says, "You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did." And the look on Obi-Wan's face is like it's great. It's just one of my favorite scenes. So yeah, so if you haven't seen Obi-Wan, go check that out and go watch a Star Wars movie. It's a lot of fun. They're the best movies. I enjoy them. So go check those out. And yeah, it was an eventful weekend. Yeah, so I'll get into this first. I got into it with somebody Saturday night. I'm not gonna say the topic we were talking about. Let's just say that we didn't politically see eye to eye on a topic. And this is why I don't like to talk politics. I really don't because this is the kind of things that happen. I don't know. I have friends that view things differently than me, and we could sit, we can have conversations, and I can understand their points. They can understand mine. End of the day, we're friends. I mean, that's what makes the world go round. And I posted a story on my Instagram, George Carlin, saying how this is what they want. They want to separate everybody. They want to separate us. I mean, really, come on. It's not worth fighting over. It's not worth losing friends over. It's not worth not talking to family over. It's not worth any of this. But a conversation kind of went south, and I didn't raise my voice. I didn't name call like this other individual did. I didn't, point my finger. And it's kind of funny because um we were talking about like censorship and stuff, and I said that I thought Will Smith should have been arrested, put in handcuffs for what he did to Chris Rock at the Oscars. And this gentleman did not agree with me. And he said that it wasn't really assault. I go, no, let's say if I smacked you in the mouth, and this is an important part of the story. If I smacked you in the mouth and you called the cops, I would leave in handcuffs. I would be arrested. So we're going back and forth about different things, and we get on the topic, and he gets very aggravated, gets up, goes to leave, comes back, and points his finger at me and tells me that I'm afraid. And he's pointing at me, and then he starts calling me an effing pussy. And it was the third time he did it. I got up, and I started walking towards him, and he started backing out of the place. And the guy who worked there got between us and kind of pushed him, let him out the door and held me back. He said, "Aunt, calm down." And and then he locked the door so the guy couldn't get back in. I couldn't get out, which I thought was very smart. And as soon as he saw that the door was locked, he started getting loud again. And then with the name calling. Now, here's the thing. I never name called him. I never went after his character or anything like that. I was just having a conversation. And I just think this is the problem. This is the problem. If you can't control your actions, don't talk to people in public. Don't bring up things to people in public if you don't want to hear their opinion, or don't ask them about it either. I don't really ask people things because I don't want to get into it. I don't want these problems. He asked me a question. I answered. He did not like it. He did not like the shirt I had on either. I'm not gonna say what kind of shirt I had on. But he wasn't a fan of the shirt I was wearing. And I'm not saying that and everything that we were arguing about because I don't want this to become that. And I don't want people to come at me and listen because I'm not trying to have another argument. I'm just trying to say both sides of the aisle, we got to smarten up a little bit. And, The fighting just has to stop. It's dumb. Um, and then afterwards, he called the establishment and said that if I hit him, he was going to sue the place and sue me for assault. I thought he did not feel that getting hit in the mouth was assault. When it happens to Chris Rock, it's not assault, but if I do it to him, it is. So there you go. This is the kind of person I was dealing with. So we'll see. I don't think he's gonna come back. I don't know. It's just dumb. It's just so dumb. It's just useless arguments. This is what happens when I try to be nice and talk to people. Usually I have my headphones in and I just go on with my day and that's it. But that was last night. Otherwise, I had a great week. I had a fantastic week. The weather here was absolutely beautiful. Couple of nights, I watched the Yankees outside with my dad. We had some cigars, watched the game. I did that Wednesday night and Friday night. Went to my brother's after work. He made a little dinner, and then we went outside, watched the game. Perfect weather for it. Did the same thing Saturday during the day. My dad texted me. I went over, hung out during the day, got to see the kids, and then today I went to Matador's. It was going to supposed to rain today anyway, so I went to Matador's during the day, and then had dinner at my brother's with the family. Little Sunday dinner action. My sister-in-law made some amazing eggplant parm. Oh my god, this was so good. So good. I love a good eggplant parm. Nice and mushy like my grandmother used to make. Kids don't eat it. They will though eventually. I didn't eat eggplant when I was a kid either. And then all of a sudden I discovered the magicalness of it and how amazing it is. But then I also while I was at my brother's, I made a Target order, a food order. I went and picked it up. I came home and I made my breakfast, my lunch, and packed my snacks for tomorrow because once again, I mean, I don't know how many times we're gonna hit this reset button, wearing it out, but we're gonna give it, I got to because I've been eating like a big bag of dicks lately, and I don't like it. I don't like the way I feel, and I just have to man up and just do the right thing. Oh, you talk about this, how many times can you start? How many times can you do this? You can do as many times as you want. Because if you're not starting, you're not a new day one, then you're still on your streak of not doing what you want to do. And I do want to eat better. I want to eat better. I want to feel better. I want to move around more. I want to do all these things that I did in the past. And I'm not gonna say, okay, I'm back to where I was, but I got better options. And it's all packed, it's tracked, and I'm off to a good start. And that's really all you can ask for, right? I mean, just do those simple things and every day just, make sure that all that stuff is done. If everything's set out. And if you do it the day before, if you plan ahead, it's much easier. Tomorrow I don't have to think. I'm not gonna get in my car and be like, okay, what am I having for breakfast? And then usually it turns into something that not that I shouldn't be eating, because again, there's no food that you shouldn't be eating. But I have a better option. I'm not left to my own devices and left to, I'm hungry, so I'll grab anything. I know what I'm having. It's there. I have to think about it. And that's a good thing when I don't have to think as much. Taking thinking away from me when it comes to food is the best idea ever. I just have to reach into my bag. There it is. I got my snacks already packed too. So if I get hungry at work, reach into the bag, snacks. And what I usually bring for snacks, I bring almonds. I got some baby carrots, an apple, and those are all things I like. So it's not like I'm missing out on anything. My cousin Joe used to say all the time. He goes, "Haven't you eaten everything already? You know what everything tastes like." He goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You know what all this tastes like," and he's right. And it's time. It's time just to man up and do what I got to do. Now, I sound like a broken record. I've come on here many times before. I said the same things. I've tried to do the same things to no avail. But I want to challenge myself. I want to prove to myself that I could do this. It's doable, and I can make it happen. And like I said before, it just takes that one small step. And it's just I feel better. I feel better knowing that all that's done already. And then when I come home tomorrow night, just pack the stuff again. Didn't even take that long. What took so long about it is I actually shot a video. I'm going to try to make it to a reel. I'll see how it comes out about what I packed. I made things super easy and convenient. And I said this before. I love the new Weight Watchers app. And I'm mad at myself. I haven't really given it the opportunity that I should have, because it has everything on it that I bitched and moaned about for years. If you've been listening to this podcast for a while, you know that I talked about the Weight Watchers app having calorie counting and macro counting and tracking all that stuff, and it has it now. And there's no excuse for me not to use it, not to get into it. And when I have used it, I've loved it. It's worked. It actually keeps you on your toes about, meal prep and stuff like that. If you're higher in sugar or sodium that day, you go for foods that aren't. Same thing with with the fat count, calories. It just holds you more accountable. And like I said, I bitched and moaned about this forever, and now they have it. So to not use it is kind of dumb on my part. And what's great about it too, like if you don't want to do that and you just want to do old school WW, you can take those out. You don't have to see it. They make it so customizable to what you want to do. That's why I always say it's the best program out there. It's so flexible, and you can make work what you want to work. If you just want to count your calories, you can put that in there. If you just want to check this, you can check your fat content, sugars, you can put that in there. It just allows you to track anything you want to. If you just want to track straight points, there you go. For me, I get so many points in a day that I need the other stuff to be held accountable. I need to see where I'm getting calorie wise and with everything else. It's, just a better app. And not to take advantage of it for a while was just, dumb on my part. My buddy Brian McKenna came on here and said it's late, go to bed. I want to go to bed, believe me, but tomorrow's there's a Nick game. Because there's a Nick game tomorrow, and I have to do the podcast tonight, Brian. So there's a podcast this week. Why are you up? You go to bed. Then you got to wake up at 7 o'clock and walk your dog and do 100 push-ups and eat eggs with no taste. So yeah, so tomorrow everything's ready to go. He's in Buffalo. How's he doing in Buffalo? Oh, that's right. Brian, if you don't follow Brian McKenna, go follow him on Instagram at Brian McKenna. He's working with Vinny from the Jersey Shore. So he's in Buffalo right now with him. I'm guessing it was according to the Instagram and where you were. Definitely go check his page out and watch his clips. Share them with everybody. So that was nice. That was a nice friend thing to do. Miserable and magical. That's me. So the plan for this week is to, you know, what I did tonight. Pack my stuff for the day, pre-track, keep any thought of what I want, of what I'm going to eat out of my head. Have the stuff. Um, okay, so I got to talk about. So we've talked. Okay, let's go back. So a buddy of mine said, "Yo, Anthony, I heard about the argument you had last night. I was there tonight, and the guy came looking for you." Okay, so it looks like this is going to be a part two. So we'll see why he's coming to look for me. Okay, so now we're talking about it on here. So now it's recorded. If anything happens to me, I was killed by a lunatic and a maniac. I'll find out. I'll find out what happened. Came looking for. Okay, so this is kind of weird. I'm gonna have to find out what went down and talk to people there. Um, Yo, Daniel, did he come back like angry and want to start some stuff, or was he, or was he like calm? We'll find out what happened. This is kind of happening in real time right now. This is what's good about Instagram. When I do the live video, things are coming through. But like I said, yeah. So it was crazy last night, and he's came back tonight looking for me. He was looking through the windows. Okay, so this is creepy and scary. Um, he didn't walk in though. Okay, so that's creepy. That is creepy. This guy's coming to look for me. So we'll hope maybe it'll come down tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. But yeah, no, that's a little creepy. I'm a little creeped out right now, to tell you the truth and be honest. Like I said, I didn't do anything. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't name call. I didn't do anything. This guy threw a hissy fit and walked out, and now he's coming to look for me. Okay, well, we'll see what happens. So tomorrow night I could watch the Knick game in peace, or I'll be in handcuffs. We'll see what happens. Oh man, it's crazy. It's a crazy world we live in. All I want to do, I was do a podcast, do my podcast, talk about eating healthier, getting back on track, and I got a psycho looking through the windows at this place. So crazy, so absolutely crazy. What was this guy gonna do if I was there? Absolutely insane. Another thing I got to watch out for. Looking through the windows like a creep. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you letting me know because I'll let other people know what's going on. Not like a threatening way, but just that, people got to watch out for this guy because obviously he's unhinged if he's coming back and looking through a window. So, oh, here's go. I had to think what day it was. I love the earlier podcast. Yeah, so like I said, podcast tonight because the Knicks are on tomorrow. And you know, I want to get this out here. I want to make sure that's another thing about being accountable is doing this podcast. Is is getting this out here, talking about things, talking about what I want to do and all that stuff. That helps keep me accountable during the week, because I come on here and I share this with you guys and I share a lot of stuff. And if I don't have things to update, I feel like I let myself down, like I let you guys down. And I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that everything's on the up and up. And you know, we'll just that's a beauty part. You can just there's always a reset, there's always a do-over. And we're gonna give it a try again, and I'm gonna keep trying. I don't give up. I'm not giving up, and I can do this. I know I can. I absolutely believe in myself. With that being said, I want to thank everybody who joined us for episode 367 on Instagram Live, at home on your podcast listening devices, on YouTube at Comic Anthony D. This has been episode 367. Show is brought to you by Buddha Bars. Go check them out. Buddha Bars _ ice cream on Instagram. We are played in and out each week by DemonScar and their single We Rise. Go check it out on iTunes. Go follow DemonScar Band on Instagram, demonscar.bandcamp.com. Long Island, only one place to go for your deli needs. That's Finn's Deli, 4646 Merrick Road in Massapequa. Tell my brother Mike you heard the plug on the show. And then get yourself an Uncle Cheese, the best sandwich out there, not because it's named after me, because it really is that good. Go check it out, finsdeli.com. Well, once again, thank you so much to everybody who joined us here tonight. Have an awesome week, and I will talk to you later.
Don't believe the hype. Meaning is not all lies. Just believe all. I ask why. Don't you play?